everybody. Welcome back to Coffee and the Tea. So glad you decided to stop by and see what tea I am spilling, which is some really, really good tea today. And I also have my coffee today. Then you can see that I have been working on that coffee. I needed that coffee. It gave me life. I've been like really dragging around, and that coffee hit my system. It really helped. But before we get into the tea, I want to remind you, go in your settings, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and also hit that thumbs up because your girl will be working hard on this channel. Okay? And I am trying to build this channel up. So help me out. All right, let's get into the tea. Our first person we're going to talk about is Mr. Bootsy Badass. Boosie got some really good news on Friday. His gun charge for 2000, well, the gun case, the case he caught in 2002 was dropped by a federal judge. He no longer has to stand trial for that, and he is free as a bird. And so he took to Instagram to thank God and everybody else, and he just broke down in tears because nobody knows when something like that is weighing over you, or, is weighing heavy on you. It's such a relief when it's over. And that's pretty much what he was expressing. He just said he just thanked God and he was going on vacation. And all I can say is good luck, Boosie. All right. And I really think Boosie is going to walk the straight and narrow after this because he was locked up for a long time and then he finally got out and he did not want to go back. And I don't know anybody who would. So he really, really got a break with this, and hopefully it is smooth sailing after that. All right, we're going to talk about Mr. Alec Baldwin. Well, he got good news on Friday also. It was good news Friday for a lot of people. His case was dropped also, his manslaughter case. It came to light to the court. Well, it came to courts, well, the judge, it came to light in court that the prosecutor was really playing it shady. A special prosecutor that was assigned on the case quit because it was found out that the prosecution was not turning over all the evidence to the defense. And so the judge said that it was no alternative left except to dismiss the case. So Mr. Alec Baldwin walked free on Friday, and this case is over for him. If you go back in my videos, my podcasts of Coffee and the Tea, you'll see what I said about this particular case. It should have never been brought in the first place. It was a horrible, horrible accident. And nothing that I saw showed that Alec Baldwin knew that that gun was loaded with live rounds. He didn't initiate any kind of uh, you know touching or anything with the gun. So I never could see why he was being held liable. Now they did the firearm specialist on the movie was convicted and serving time for it. And I think that was the right person to do. That was the right person for them to prosecute because it was actually her job to make sure that the actors that was on set knew what gun was live, had live ammunition, and which gun had blanks. She was very lax with her job, and she should have known that if anything went down, it was going to be her responsibility because that was in her job title. But I never could understand why they went after Alex Baldwin. And evidently, the judge agreed with me and dismissed this nonsense case. Now, does Alex Baldwin have something to live with? Yes, he does. But it ends up, once all the evidence came out, that they don't even really know what gun actually killed the lady. And so that's a heavy burden to take someone's life, even if it's an accident. So he still has to live with that. And I just feel sorry for everybody involved, except the gun specialist. I don't feel sorry for her. She got what she deserved. But I do feel sorry for Alex Baldwin and the woman's family. I think she was a cinematographer. Cinematographer. I think that's what she was, who was killed. I feel sorry for her and her family. But you can miss me with the gun specialist. Went to jail, need to be there. All right, we're going to talk about Dr. Ruth Westheimer. When I was growing up, Dr. Ruth was on all the talk shows talking about sex, and which was unheard of back then. She the one brought it to the forefront. They said she was one of the first people to have a call-in show about sex. And she was on the Carson show. I know y'all young people don't know anything about Johnny Carson, but I'm an old head. So, yes, I knew about Johnny Carson. I used to, as a child, want to sit up to 10 o'clock so I could see Johnny Carson. So I could see Richard Pryor on Johnny Carson and Joan Rivers. I mean, all the greats was on Carson. So, yeah, and she used to be on there too. And they said she was 96, I think Dr. Ruth was. And yeah, she was 96 years old and she died around her children and her grandchildren. And she was a Holocaust survivor. She was a gritty, gritty woman. And yeah, I have really good memories about trying to stay up to see Dr. Ruth on the Carson Show. All right, we're going to talk about Martin Lawrence. Martin um, is going to produce a prequel type 1 hour show about his, you know, Martin, the comedy. But this is going to be a drama, kind of like Fresh Prince of Bel Air. You know, Fresh Prince of Bel Air was a comedy, then they made an hour-long drama about it. And so it's going to be like that. And it's going to be about the young Martin Lawrence. And I'm not Martin Lawrence, but the young Martin, that was in the Martin show. And it's going to be about him growing up, him surrounded with his friends and whatnot, but it's going to be a drama. So I'm interested to see how that's going to turn out. I have to admit, I'm not really excited about it. I wasn't excited about Fresh Prince of Bel Air, the drama, the prequel. So, I'm a kind of person, I don't like for people to mess with my classics. And we all know that the Fresh Prince and Martin are classics. So, but I will give it a try. I will. But yeah, Martin is going to be producing it. All right, well, that is it. But we still hadn't talked about stupid people doing stupid stuff. And that segment is a constant on this podcast. But what we're going to do is we're not going to do a new story. When I did the story about the man who ejaculated on the woman's leg in the Dollar Tree, while she stood in line. I said if I had any updates, I would bring them to you. Well, we have an update on him. And here is the genius's face. Finally, I found it, as you can see, on the Jasmine brand. And it says Philadelphia man surrenders after allegedly ejaculating on a woman's leg during Dollar Tree visit. Rest assured, the Dollar Tree menace has been caught. Gary A. Miles, 35, of Southwest Philly, surrendered to the Philadelphia authorities in connection with the indecent assault at the Dollar Tree store located at 56 East Snyder Avenue on June 23rd, 2024. The disturbing incident partly caught on video, so he is a don. It's on video, and the woman knows him. That was just so disgusting to me. How stupid can you be? Why are you in the Dollar Tree acting like that? Well, me being a psychotherapist, I know pretty much what has involved to bring him to um, expose himself sexually and act out like this. But I digress. Partially captured on video that recently went viral, depicting Gary Miles allegedly ejaculating on a woman's leg inside the store, prompting widespread outrage and a community led effort to locate the suspect. After the video circulated on the internet showing the alleged victim screaming and chasing Gary Miles into the parking lot, Philadelphia police announced Miles voluntarily surrendered on July 10th. A police spokesperson thanked the public for their help in locating Miles, who is known to frequent the area where the incident occurred. Among those who assisted police with was Philly native rapper Meeks Mill. Sometimes stuff gets stuck in my mouth. Meek Mills, who offered a $2,000 reward for information leading to Miles' whereabouts. Let the manhunt begin with him today in Philly. Some community service. I got two bands for his low, but you gotta connect. So that's the tweet that not the was it a tweet? I think it was tweet or he put it on Instagram. Meet Meals, and so the guy turned him in. So I guess he gonna call. I guess he gonna claim $2,000 because he assisted in his own arrest, but it is something deep that's going on with this man, and it's best that he is off the street and hopefully he'll be able to get some kind of services, some kind of treatment because it is something deep going on there. All right, everybody, that is coffee and the tea. So glad you decided to come by and see what your girl is up to. See you next time. Bye. This is kind of an add-on. While I was finalizing my podcast, my dog, while I was finalizing my podcast, I found out the news that Richard Simmons had passed away at age 76. He was found by his maid. The details are a little sketchy right now, but they're saying that he passed of natural causes. Richard Simmons was a fixture in my household growing up. With rocking to the oldies and his little short shorts and his high pitched voice and his little curly fro. I mean, he had all kinds of gizmos and gadgets that he would sell for people to lose weight. This is before Ozempic came on the market, way before then. And like I said, it was like rocking to the oldies. He had a weekly show where no, I think it was daily that he would exercise, and you would exercise to all different kinds of songs, and he would have people who had lost weight. I'm sorry about the dog. He would have people on there that had lost weight, and he had just people. He was the first person to do exercise shows that had all different shapes and sizes in it. It wasn't just a skinny girl doing the exercise videos. It was all different shapes and sizes and colors of people. And so I am just really, really sad that Richard Simmons has passed on, because that's part of my childhood, part of my um, growing up, watching my mom watch him and exercising with him. So Richard Simmons, Godspeed, and rest in peace. Bye.